Hello, everyone. Every week we bring something new, and this week is no different. There is a group of veterans in this country who serve with the same courage and commitment as everyone else who wore a uniform. They deployed to the same combat zones. They carried the same weight. They made the same sacrifices. And yet when they came home, they faced challenges so unique and so often invisible that some of the systems built to help them were simply not designed with them in mind. We are talking about women veterans, and today we want to make sure their stories are heard and their needs are truly understood. Women are the fastest growing segment of the veteran population in the United States. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, there are approximately 2 million women veterans in this country, and that number grows every single year. They have served in every branch of the military and in every corner of the world. But when they come home, the challenges they face are often very different from what most people associate with the word veteran, and that difference matters more than most people realize. When it comes to mental health, the data is striking. According to the VA's National Center for PTSD, women veterans experience post-traumatic stress at a rate of 13% compared to 6% for male veterans, making them more than twice as likely to carry that invisible pain and hurt home from service. These are not small numbers, and they point to something important. The experiences that shape a woman's military service are often fundamentally different, and the mental health system needs to understand and respond to that difference. One of the most significant drivers of those mental health challenges is military sexual trauma. According to the VA, approximately 1 in 3 women veterans report experiencing military sexual trauma during their service. That means sexual assault or threatening sexual harassment that occurred while they were in uniform serving the very country they swore to protect. And the impact of that trauma does not stay behind when they leave the military. It follows them home. It affects their mental health, their relationships, their ability to hold a job, and their ability to find stable housing. Research published in JAMA Psychiatry found that veterans who screen positive for military sexual trauma are more than double the risk of experiencing homelessness within 5 years of separation. Military sexual trauma is not just a mental health issue. It is a housing crisis. It is a suicide risk. It is a trauma that touches every single area of a woman veteran's life. And that brings us to homelessness. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, over 35,000 veterans experience homelessness on any given night, and women veterans are disproportionately represented in that number. They are more likely to be fleeing domestic violence, more likely to be single parents, and more likely to fall into what researchers call hidden homelessness, which means couch surfing or staying in unsafe situations rather than sleeping on the street, making them harder to count and harder to reach. There is another challenge that almost never gets talked about, and that is the role of women veterans as caregivers. Many come home and immediately step into caring for a spouse or partner who also served. They are raising children, sometimes alone. They are managing their own invisible wounds while holding everyone else together, and their own needs get pushed to the back of the line over and over again. According to Mission Roll Call, female veterans experience a suicide rate 92% higher than civilian women. Yes, 92% higher. And yet they are among the least likely to seek help because the veteran identity in our culture is still so often associated with men that women veterans can feel like they do not belong in the conversation at all. How does that change? Well, the path forward starts with awareness. It starts with communities understanding that the veteran sitting next to them might be a woman, quietly carrying the weight of military sexual trauma and PTSD and caregiver stress all at the same time. It starts with expanding mental health services designed specifically for women veterans and housing programs that understand their unique needs. And it starts with peer support, because research consistently shows that connection with someone who has shared a similar experience is one of the most powerful tools for healing. If you are a woman veteran or you know one who is struggling, please know that help exists and you are not alone. The VA offers specific services for women veterans, including mental health care, military sexual trauma counseling, and housing assistance. The New York State Dwyer programs offer peer support and much more. Reach out to the Veterans Crisis Line by dialing 988 and pressing 1. If you want to learn more about how the Dwyer programs is working to support women veterans and all veterans across New York State, visit our website to find a peer support program in one of the 62 counties. and find out how you can get involved. Follow us on Facebook and on YouTube at Dwyer Coalition, because every veteran deserves to be seen. Every veteran deserves to be supported, and no veteran should ever have to fight alone.